Hello, today we're going to be talking about the standard Motorola device that's the Ethernet device that you'll be putting inside your cabinets. However, we're going to set them up with magnets on the base instead of these rubber feet. The way you're going to go about doing this is the first thing is you'll get some standard household 2-inch masking tape. On it you'll draw a line and you'll put markers at 0mm wherever the beginning point you choose and 55mm further away. The magnets come on a roll such as this, and you simply peel them off and keep them away from other metal devices or themselves. I have 2 of these prepared, and as you can see, if you get them close, depending on the polarity, they'll push themselves away or they'll attract themselves. As you can see, they have a protective film which we'll need to remove at one point in time. Initially, leave the film on. What we do first is we take our marked piece of paper and we turn it upside down. We can now place the button magnets directly central, as best as possible, over our marking at 55mm and at 0mm. This is just to try keeping all the feet on a regular basis apart. The next part, move this to one side. As you can see, I've got the second set ready. What I found is in the box that these come in, if you fold the top of the box over like this, then you'll be able to sit this in and it'll give you a good work surface. Literally, drag with your fingernails and pull off the rubber. Same at the other end. We're then going to take the magnets that we've already pre-prepared and we're going to put them over the top of the spaces left. Before we place them up, first of all, get them so you're happy that you're all lined up and you know where you're going, and then remove the protective film that leaves the sticky surface that's going to be the attaching point. They come with a little tag, so it's nice and easy to remove. We're then going to place them as best you can over the areas. Press down, give them a good firm press, then remove the masking tape. And that way you hold them relatively central. Do the same at the other side. Here's the one I did ready previously. Take off the protective film. Line them up. You might find it's easier to hold them against like that. And that way then we can get as near to square as possible. Remove the tape, and then we have the base that's ready to be magnetised. Inside the box, the other items that you'll receive will be the connecting cable, and this connects at the back of the unit. As you can see, there's a hook and there's a hole. It can only go one way in. This then will be attached to the power supply. Again, the power supply has 2 ends. The first there is for the IEC or kettle lead. The second one is for the Molex. Same thing, you can see this hook can only go one way in. You'll then take your standard kettle lead or IEC cable, plug it in. I've taken a shelf off our standard cabinets just so you can see a metal shelf. Take the whole section, and as you can see, this then goes inside. Has to go at a slight angle because there we go. You may then have just heard the magnets connect. As you can see, these magnets are virtually lifting up. If I take the power supply off, I can lift up the shelf almost. So these magnets are holding. I can then rest the power cable behind, and then I can run the lead to wherever I need to go to plug this in. This may very well need you to have 2 of these, one behind the other, when you come to use the signals devices. If you're required to do it with the signals device as well as your own, you may need to move the pack further back behind the shelf. I will now show you what you'll receive from Signals that is the non-Ethernet model. These are the Signals non-Ethernet model, and the magnets will come to you already attached and covered in masking tape. Masking tape peels off very easily. It's very easy for you to use. On the reverse, you'll see the power supply is already fitted. It's the same IEC inlet. These will come with a kettle lead. So you can simply place the kettle lead in, and then everything's ready to go. These magnets, I'm going to leave the covers on, but as you can see with masking tape, it peels off, revealing exactly what we've done previously. Again, on your metal shelf, you hear it contact, and you can see quite happily picks up the shelf with the strength of the magnet. Running the cable off, you can see the advantage of the Signals 51T device, which is much more compact and held together than the original Motorola. One other thing on the Motorola that I must point out, this is your Ethernet device, and this means on the back you're required to put an Ethernet cable in. Typically, if you daisy chain these, you would put input and output. Because you are simply going up to a switch, you can use either. I normally recommend the second one, and you will put your Ethernet cable or RJ45 that runs from your switch into the back of this. These two lights should show up that communication is taking place through the device, and therefore at the front you will see the device charging, and at the rear you'll see data transfer. This is how you set up the Motorola device and how you use the Signals 51T device on your metal cabinets. Hope this is of use to you. You may contact us on 0345 257 1005 and ask for either Cam, Stan or Steve. I'll repeat that number, 0345 257 1005. But quite simply, in the style that YouTube have made very popular for all of us these days, this should become a very simple task to follow, to be able to utilize the magnets. And as you can see, they connect on and they hold on. Hope this has been of use to you. Thank you. Goodbye.